Hello and welcome to the second flavor unpacking from Ikoria. Today, once again, we enter this dangerous world, just to show you a little bit more of its lore. Oh, the risks I take for journalism. Let's start. Imposing Vantasaur by Jonathan Curl. Flavor: Rockrin's coastline can be quite beautiful, as long as you avoid the volcanic dinosaurs, the sea dinosaurs, and the roaming beach dinosaurs. We get this beautiful palate cleanser. While Kaldheim was dangerous too, Ikoria is different in its dangerous ways. Rockrin is the primary red triome of Ikoria, where everything is hot and dangerous. Its city is even called Lava Ring, so try that out for an imposing size. Ikoria is always a dangerous place, so the defensive creatures of Ikoria have to be rather chunky. This is why we see so many 6 toughness creatures here, which seems immense, but last week we saw a large cat with the same toughness. Though it still feels more impressive when it's about such a large vantage point Saur. It does seem really cute that this giant can be cycled for just 1 mana. It does make it a lot more viable too. So whenever this is an even more dangerous creature around with 6 power, this Vantasaur can roam on. Unlikely Aid by Randy Vargas. I appreciate you not letting me fall to my death in the acid box. Now, can you let me down? One has to wonder whether this woman is being saved or held captive. The flavor is thinking about the same thing. But we also have to wonder because it would be cute that this little nightmare is taking this human with it as a friend. It might get lonely at night on Ikoria. We see the nightmares getting a lot of moments to become likable, and it would be nice for wolves to have this spotlight too. But this is a nice beginning. This monster might want to become her companion. They do seem like a really great fit. Although this human seems to not feel very comfortable at this particular moment. Flycatcher Giraffid by Dan Scott. Flavor: poachers use the harvested tongues to snare pests, plumb caves, and scale tall buildings. It must be fun to think of great combinations like a frog and a giraffe. The creative teams must have just had a table with all animals on it and have paired them together to make fun designs. Then, when you have made these combinations, you get to think about how they fit into the world. This long tongue can be used to climb with and as a trap for other animals. Other creatures can be great to fly on, and most can kill you in creative ways. What would be a creature combination you would like to see? Also, take a moment to look at these crystals. These let artists choose their colors more and serve as a reminder of the mutation mechanic, which is a very rare mechanic otherwise. Wingfold Pteron by Johann Bodin. Flavor: its weak spot is easily spotted, but only if it's swooping down on you. By Johann Mission Naturalist. This creature has flying counters when it flies high and swoops down. When they don't intend to attack while flying, these are hard to take out. Probably because it is too fast. Hexproof has been associated with speed a lot. These counters solidify the fact that the whole set is read from the perspective of a human. Another creature might not have any trouble with hunting this thing down. I imagine a giant frog giraffe dinosaur would deem this bird a great meal. So, if Ikoria was written from the perspective of another beast, this creature would just always have flying. But against a human, it could choose to stay safe. Also, another 3/6 for 6 mana. Once again showing us that if you don't intend to fight, you better have a big butt. Forbidden Friendship by Jakub Kasper. Flavor: the two looked at each other and neither fled. I see, the soldier murmured. We're both just fighting for survival out here, aren't we? On Ikoria, it is forbidden for humans to befriend dinosaurs. which is weird, because by befriending these, you could keep your city safe. I believe that when people bond with creatures, they semi-take their sides. So that might be why the humans band together and try to keep the animals out. Although, a society of bonders seems way better equipped to live on Ikoria than a static city with walls. For now, the humans of Ikoria refuse to take the step towards revolution. They choose to be stubborn in their ways, until, inevitably, a revolution will force them out. Spontaneous Flight by Gabor Szikszai. Flavor? Amazing! And I was only trying to teach her to sit. Wow, what a cutie art that will get way cuter with the next art. We have a pet fox that just mutated its wings and its bonder that wears a fox mask. Bonders on Ikoria are not only superior survivalists, they also like fashion. They choose to wear clothes that resemble the creatures they bonded with. You might say they do so out of solidarity for their friend. I believe they know that it's cute, which is why I always record while wearing a cat mask. Back to the mechanics. Flying is another effect that can make your creature stronger, as it does give your cutie doggo friend battle advantages. It's also nice to be able to give your creature flying forever. Also note that spontaneous events are vary in color, as white is the color of believing in faith. Vulpikeet by Leesha Hannigan. Now, this is why I said the little fox would be getting cuter. This fox continued with its mutations, and now the Vulpikeet's wings have grown way more majestic. It is hunting a little bumblebee. Probably not for the food, but more importantly, because this little guy wants to play. I love that his hind legs have gotten a little blue too. Imagine being this guy's bonder. Whenever it mutated, you had to change all of your clothes. The bonder from the previous art now wears blue leggings and large wings. Please don't turn into that bumblebee. Well, it would be a strong choice to make this flyer a 3/4 with that touch. The fact that you could make anything a 3-powered flyer is actually pretty strong. Dark Bargain by Scott Murphy. Flavor? The poacher's trait isn't monster parts, it's myth. People pay to be part of the fantasy. By Kelsien the Plague. Okay, a little bit more human lore then. The poachers and hunters of this world just live for the thrill of the hunt. Some apparently make quite a show of it all. Kelsien the Plague is actually one of the more fleshed out characters of Ikoria, and it's because their design is interesting as they grow in strength with every creature they kill. The interesting thing here is that Kelsien actually uses a bow and arrow as their preferred weapon. But here their length is seen and they are flexing all the tails that they hunted. From an unseen assassin to a brawling show-off. Perhaps being a sneaky archer is really stressful, and Kelsien just wants to blow off some steam by being really bashful on the weekends. We will see why Kelsien is even more versatile in a later card. Rumbling Rockslide by Paquette. Flavor: when monsters walk, the earth knows its place and yields. By Rielle the Everwise. This is an angry card. We see stones flying, mountains crumbling, and the dinosaur roaring. This is some useful removal, but let's talk about some other human lore. This time it is about Rielle the Everwise. She knows everything and has befriended one of the apex hunters, seemingly. Rielle also seems to prefer the quiet. She can foresee the future and still change it, making her rather powerful. She probably also knows to stay away from steep mountains. Here, she emphasizes that the lands are more the friends of the monsters than the humans. The lands have to respect the monsters. They have no choice, but humans can shape the lands too. They just take a little more time. Although, I would still prefer a bonder-ruled Ikoria. Hampering Snare by Svetlin Vellinov. Flavor: I want it to look me in the eyes and know the face of the man who put it down. By Kelsien the Plague. another side of Kelsien. Now we see that they apparently have a huge disdain for monsters, and that he wants to be seen by the monsters before they kill them. This is something else that lets me think that Kelsien is more of a brawler type. But apparently they also use ensnaring magic, or one of their hunting partners does. Also apparently Kelsien is a man. I was not expecting that per se. Now Kelsien seems like the type of hunter that wants to hunt alone. Yet it seems unlikely that they do, as knowing how to be a brawler, a hunter and a mage would be very overpowered. It still is possible though. I think his hunting method would be to hurt and poison them from the dark, then ensnare the monster with his magic, and then come up to the face of the monster to finish the job and take it still to brag about. Sanctuary Lockdown by Lius Lashido. Flavor: Granith gives no quarter to traitors, by General Kudrow. Oh no, not this word. Let's just call it a sanctuary party. That's so nice that no one wants to leave. That is why these humans get stronger. They like the party so much that they grow in strength. Then, when they have enough fun, they invite an opponent to tap down too. No, but really, the lockdown was supposed to keep Luca inside in order to put him to justice for befriending the creature. He still got out though, as he had the element of surprise and people got to hear of his status of outlaw too late, which is improbable but possible. Then Luca left, got angry and let his friend die, and then left to help some random people who also hurt animals, because he was already on their side and the other people were not really nice to them. Heartless Act by Ryan Pancoast. Flavor: It's them or us, by General Kudrow. Were you wondering why Luca needed a new companion on Arcavios? This is exactly why. He did get over his bond rather quickly. It's also interesting to see that Luca still sides with humans that trap and kill animals. Luca seems to be more cold-blooded than these people who actually killed his friend, just siding with them again this easily. I personally hope they rebuild Luca's character again, because right now no one really knows what he believes in, and he does not either. General Kudrow, on the other hand, is a very clear man. He sees the world in black and white and wants to kill monsters. It would be nice if that protects some humans too, but mostly he wants to kill the monsters. Primal Empathy by Micah Epstein. Flavor: From this day forward, we confront this world together, lifting each other up. Now, the concept of this world is amazing. People are able to bond with these huge creatures and feel empathy for them. I hope that Ikoria comes to grips with this identity, and that one day it becomes a world with only bonders. But that's a little bit of a dangerous thought of it on its own. Still, look at this picture. It really shows us how we, as humans, could love and identify with nature. A massive boar-like creature that is symbolic of confronting the world is being held by a small human. It shows us the progressive side of Ikoria that does believe in working together and lifting each other up, instead of keeping yourself locked up in where you already were. This specific card lets you grow your creature because you and the creature learn to fight together. Then, when your creature is the largest, you get to explore freely, you get to change the world. Lurrus of the Dream Den by Slawomir Maniak. When I looked for official lore on Lurrus, I was surprised to find that we only know that she can teleport and that she has multiple kittens. That's it for this infamous cat nightmare. So let's do what I do best and extrapolate. Lurrus is a nightmare cat that can supposedly resurrect her kittens, hence the resurrection mechanic for creatures that are smaller than her. She also nurtures her kittens with lifelink. Now, there are two triomes that Lurrus could live in, because they share her colors. It's either Saviour, where a lot of large cats roam. Lurrus is not very large, and unlike the cats of Saviour, she would be better at hunting at night. So, when we look at Indatha, the other triome where she would fit. There are nightmares that stalk at night. Even the smallest of these could be dangerous to humans. So I would love to see this kitten hunt Luca someday. But Indatha would not be the best place for Lurrus either, because many creatures here truly erase creatures from existence, and Lurrus' resurrection theme does not like that. Orn is a place in Indatha that just bordered on Savai. It was a city where many cats used to live. So I choose to believe that the ruins of this city would be perfect for Lurrus to house in. Tranquil Cove by Jonas de Roo. Not every part of Ikoria is dangerous. There are tranquil coves too. Although we do see the crystals here, so trouble might not be deep into the waters. There is also only one triome with blue and white in it, which is Rogrin. We have already established that there are massive dinosaurs roaming these beaches. Apparently they don't sink in the sands there. I always wondered how that would work. Perhaps this is the only safe place on Rogrin then. That was it. I want to thank you for watching until the end, and I do not dare to ask you anything more, but leave me constructive feedback anyways. Have a nice day, in any case.